with another chapter having come, we just wish for more. Why couldn't it have been a double chapter? Why couldn't it have been like a string of chapters it did with like chapters 27 to 30, 30-ish and everything? We got a bunch of updates and all that at once. We got, or just within the span of a few weeks and everything, we got a bunch of chapters and everything. But why can't we do this now? Because this is some good shit, to say the least. DanMachi Chapter 39. One chapter away from 40. The big 40. Hard to believe that we'll have 40 chapters soon enough. And the reason why I'm excited so much for 40 is, if you haven't already, then read this chapter, because next chapter starts the Minotaur fight fully. There'll be links down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and go check out this chapter and everything. Read it, then come back to this review, because damn, go read it. If you haven't paused the video already, I'm assuming you've read it, and just continue watching. So for DanMachi Chapter 39, we got some more little smaller details added in that weren't added in the anime and everything. The guy who stole from Lily and tossed her into the ants and all that, ant monsters and all that in the dungeon, he encountered the Minotaur and everything, and he was using his magic weapon that he stole from her and everything and it broke and all that. But what we didn't know was when the Minotaur killed him and everything, it wasn't on screen for the anime as much. The guy was severed in half and thrown. You see his torso fly, blood pouring out, and he just lands on the ground. That would have been awesome if that was in the anime, like, holy shit. But I didn't expect that. I thought most likely he would have just been like slashed like that. No. He has no legs now. He has no legs. Bruh. For me, I love this chapter already, because it's the chapter right before we have Bell versus the Minotaur, and then for the next few chapters we'll have Bell versus Minotaur and Bete and Aiza's group watching him and doing so much. I highly recommend you go check out the anime Minotaur fight, just because this is going to take a few more weeks to update, and if you guys are really itching for it, just go rewatch that amazing, amazing, amazing Minotaur fight. The quality of that was outstanding. But yeah, so we gotta see how that guy fully died and how he landed severed. And we learned that it goes back to when Bell is like gonna get his status updated by Hestia before he got his S rank abilities and all that. Her teacup breaks. The handle breaks off, and she says, "I can tell something's bad is gonna happen." That's an omen already of the Minotaur fight that's gonna happen later that day. So when we have that, then she updates Belle's status and all that, and she's like, "You haven't been doing anything indecent, have you? With Eyes Wallenstein? Like sleeping on her lap?" Hestia. So she updates his status, and we actually get shown his stats, and his attack, endurance, and agility are all in the S and above ranks, while his magic is B rank and all that. His magic's like 751 and all that. And I shit you not, his agility is double S rank. It's like in the thousands, and the rest of his stats are in the 900s and above and all that. So he is pretty much S ranked and everything, and I love that they show the stat numbers in the manga, but that was the only thing that I had the issue with in the animes. They never showed the stat numbers, they just said what rank. So if you would have, when we saw the Minotaur, the Silverback fight and everything, if we would have seen the stat numbers rise that dramatically, then it would have made it a little bit more badass. But you win some, you lose some with anime. I'm still glad that we got an anime. And this chapter, it ends with Bell, after leaving Hestia and everything, rushing off to the dungeon because there's a time to go in dungeon diving. He says, "Don't you think it's a little weird that we've seen barely any monsters and it's kind of quiet?" and everything, and then it shows a perspective from his backside, and the Minotaur walks in, just, and he's carrying he's very much dragging his sword, and he didn't approach him from the front and everything like in the anime, which is gonna make it a little bit more creepy and all that. And the final panel says, "At last they meet." Can I please have the next chapter? I want to see this. Can we have like chapters 40 through 50, please? I can never get enough of DanMachi the anime. Now the manga needs to play catch up, and the light novel's still being released and all that. So yeah, if you haven't already, check out the links in the description. Follow me on Twitter, check out this chapter, watch it, and enjoy the whole manga for its entirety. Then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe for more reviews, reactions, vlogs, talks, the usual for this video and everything. And the final thing. Thanks for watching, my wonderful community, civilians, citizens, my YouTube friends. I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye-bye.